Hey, 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 happy Tuesday. Welcome to Talk Tuesday. If you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time, Talk Tuesday is our weekly segment where we go over tips to help you enhance your finances. Today, we will be discussing reasons why you're not saving, reasons why you're not building your savings. But let's keep in mind, it's also Credit Awareness Month. So I would love to say, if you haven't already, pull your credit report, see what your credit score is, and set a goal for where you want it to be so you can start working towards it. Hello, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you for being here. How is your day going? Today we're going to talk about saving, maybe why you're not saving, how to build savings. We're going to just get into all of that. Hello. All right, so number one, so if I look over here, just because I have my list, I'm going to go over five, and just so I stay on course. So number one is not taking advantage of health savings plans that you might have at work. So yes, sometimes we can't save because maybe we just don't have the money available. It's just not money left in our paycheck after we pay our bills. But sometimes we forget to think of other ways of outside of the money that we have and how we can build savings. Because there's other things like if you're employed, most employers offer a health savings plan. It's called an HSA, and you can look into it. Of course, you can't enroll except for when it's enrollment time for your benefits, which is usually in October. And you can look into that. So that can help you save because the money that you put into your health savings will help you because it will come out of your checking. It will come out of your check and it's not taxed, but then you still get to use the money, right? So right now for 2023, the limit that you can put into your health savings is $3,850, and that's just for hey Aisha, for one person. And if there's their family, then you can put $7,750. So what you can do, all of that money is tax free. So if you're someone who goes to the doctors on a regular, or if you go to the doctors enough that you can put this money here and spend this money and save the money that save the taxes that you would be paying. That's building your savings because you'll have more money coming to you in the end, right? So this is what your health savings, you can use that for. I use it when I go to the doctors uh, for my copays. You can use it for deductibles. You can use it for um, my glasses. Use it for my glasses. You can use it for females. You can use it for personal products. You can use it for first aid things. And you can just put a little bit every check into that account because these are things that you're going to buy anyway. And most accounts allow you to roll it over. So for me, I can roll over 300. So you can pick an amount that you can put aside every check so that you can have that. You can use that money. And if you're someone who goes to the doctors, or if you think of things, they have a website where you can spend money to use the money up and get things that you might need. Maybe you might need like a blood pressure pump or things like that. So you can get a lot of things that you can benefit from. So if that's something that you do not have this year, that's something that you can look forward to getting the next year. So be open to that. Look out for that because that's a way to build savings because that's money that you can pay, for your expenses tax free. And it's your money, it's stuff you're going to get. So why not save if you can save? So what that's doing is when you file your income taxes, instead of, for example, your income for your taxes, your annual could be $50,000. Well, if you put that max of $3,850, that's going to pull your limit down or your income down, and you'll pay less taxes on your taxes. But it might not be a whole lot. But at the same time, if you can save, why not? Why not? And we're all about building our savings. So if that's something you don't have, definitely look into that for the next year. And while you're waiting, definitely you can Google it. Once you get off the live, just Google HSA, and you can see a lot of things that are covered, things you maybe didn't know about, um, and look at something that you could benefit from. Thank you. All right. So number two, I have trying to save too fast. So that's a problem for us sometimes because we want to save, we really truly do. And we say, we pick an amount we want to save and we start set a large amount because we really want to save that amount, but we can't afford to save that amount. So then we put it in our savings account and then we go ahead and pull it out and spend it. So, and if you do this, you're not alone because a lot of people do this. So you might say, you know what, I want to save $200 every pay. And then you put this 200 into a different account And then what do you do in a couple of days, if not that same day as payday? Pull that money out and go use it on something else. You might put 200 in and pull out 190 because you don't want to take it all out, right? Like, I'm not taking it all. I'm just going to take 190. But so sometimes that is showing us that we can't afford to save that 200. So what I would just do is encourage you to save what you can. If you took out 200 and then you only save the 190, then I would encourage you to only save the $10 because that's what you can afford to save. Be okay with just saving the $10 because guess what? The $10 will build up. It might not build up as fast as you would like it to, but it will. And you're still building savings. Number 3, spending more money than we make. So this happens a lot of times when we use our credit cards. So if we're bringing in just maybe for a paycheck, $2,000, and we spend over that $2,000 because we're spending all of our money on our expenses, our household expenses that are in our budget. And now we're using our credit card. And now we have spent way over. So now there's no money for savings, and anything that was left now it's probably going to go to that credit card bill next month because the credit card bill is going to increase. So let's get in the habit of not spending more than we actually make and knowing where we actually stand and knowing our numbers. Of course, we want to have our budget so we know what's going on and we know what money is supposed to go out to all of our bills, our creditors, and for all of our fun things we enjoy to do before we actually receive our paycheck. I encourage you definitely to know your numbers before you get paid. You'll know what you're going to get paid, and then you will see what your expenses are. So definitely check that out. I encourage you to review your bank statements. Review your expenses prior to your pay stub arriving or your paycheck. Number 4, waiting to get started. Now, this is a big, big, big one. So a lot of times, I'm just seeing the comments, forgive me. You love saving and you're laughing. I wonder which part you're laughing at. Probably when I said we put it in and we pull it right back out. But we wait to get started. We always say, I want to do that one thing. I'm going to buy this something really quick, or I'm going to go on this trip really quick, or I'm going to do something. We always think of one thing we want to do really quick and then get started. But right after that, then another thing comes up. Then another thing comes up. Then another thing comes up. The next thing you know, 4, 5, 6 months have went by and you haven't built up any savings because you keep waiting and waiting and waiting to get started. So I encourage you to get started, whatever the amount is, to get started. Build your savings because you are preventing yourself from savings if you never even get started. And never think in your head that this amount is too small because anything is better than 0. So we want to be building our savings. Number 5, our last one, is not taking advantage of other employee retirement accounts. So now with the economy and the way things are changing, a lot of companies may not be offering those match accounts right now for your 401k. Some may not. But if your business or your company is offering that, definitely take advantage of that because that's doubling your money that you're putting away for your future. Right now, it's like, okay, I'm giving all this money away. It's no benefit to me. But when you do retire, when you do stop working, just think you'll have double the amount of money that you would have had if only you were calculating off the money that you were putting in. So I encourage you to check and look and see what kind of benefits your job offers and see what things that you can benefit from if it is something that you can. Usually when you come in, they tell you these things. So sometimes we're not at the place where we want to do it. But if you're someone who's not doing it right now and you can afford to do it, get started because the sooner you get started, the more you have built up and saved up for when you actually do retire. And that will help you to be prepared. And then depending on what type of IRA you have. Now, okay, we're not supposed to be talking about IRAs today, but there's different types of IRAs. So if you have the Roth IRA, then when you put that money in, then you're going to pay the taxes going in, like it'll come out after your taxes out of your paycheck. So literally what your paycheck, say your paycheck is $2,000 and you're putting $200 into your IRA, then it's going to take it right off of the $2,000. Now, if you have a traditional IRA, then it's going to take it out of your money before the taxes are removed. With that one, you're going to pay taxes when you cash out when you retire. With the Roth account, IRA, you would actually pay those Taxes just going in, and when you take the money out, that's your money. So, see what you have and then know the difference between the two and see how your money is going to affect you in the future. And one may benefit you better. You know how your finances are right now. You are very welcome. Maybe I'll talk about some IRAs more and go a little bit deeper into that. We'll see. All right, so those were my 5 tips. I would definitely love to encourage you to, if you haven't already, subscribe, because we go live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, Result Tuesday, and I post a video every Friday at 6 a.m. Eastern I call it Financial Fridays. And just tune in and you can learn something. And on top of that, we have a community that's going to be opening up and accepting new members on March 24th, 2023. Depending on when you're watching this video, the community could already be open. So I will put a link below if it's in advance. If you're seeing this before it's open, you can get on the wait list. If you're seeing afterwards, you can just come right on in the community. So thank you for joining me. I hope to see you all next week at Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, Result Tuesday. I appreciate you. Happy budgeting, and I will see you later.